Hey everyone, it is Carmelia here, and I want to wish every single person a happy Monday. Just before we start, I want to thank Penelope, who actually is speaking with. I'm, I'm messaging her on WhatsApp right now. The funny thing is, Penelope and I met in Tulum, and the time zone difference apparently is different in Cancun where she is right now, Cancun and Tulum. So it is showing that it's 6:30 p.m. where she is. However, it's 7:30 p.m. EST where I am. And why for some people I might be starting early, for some people I am starting on time. Anyways, I am very happy to be here, and I think it's a great opportunity for me to share more about our incredible platform. And for those who do not know, I want to introduce myself. It's Carmelia Ray. Many of you know me as a matchmaker and relationship expert, and I still am. In fact, how I stumbled upon One Click and took on this role in addition to running my business, matchmaking business, is that I was looking for an editing software and specifically an AI editing tool last May in 2023. I invested a lot in in video production as I started a podcast and I was doing a lot of video. I have a lot of experience on television. And, nowadays, people are turning to social media for their advice. They're turning to social media for advice on life, for advice on health, for advice on finance, business, construction, cooking. Like, who isn't turning to video? Number one, YouTube is the number two platform that people use for search, and the internet, World Wide Web, Google being the number one search engine in the world. So when you're looking at people looking for information on Google, where you want to be discoverable, where SEO matters, meaning search engine optimization, when people are looking for your maybe not your company, but looking to for an answer for their problem or to solve a problem, to get information about it, you want to, as a company, as an organization, as an individual, as an influencer, be discoverable. And so it's important for brands, for companies, for services to be discoverable, to have information. And nowadays, evidence points that video is so important for your audience to get to know you, for people to get to know you. And therefore, almost a year ago, I approached a gentleman, called him a friend of mine, cinematographer, who is a videographer. And I said, "Hey, I have all this video and my editor is getting bogged down. I really need a solution. Can you recommend a couple of AI tools that are going to help me with my videos?" So One Click was one of those such tools. So happy that he did that because of the fact that after using One Click, I had realized not only is One Click an incredible tool to dissect my videos, by dissect, segment, sort of find the moments, the intelligent moments or clips, as we call it, to help me share my messaging and share the different segments in my talk or podcast. As you see on Instagram and TikTok and Reels and Facebook and YouTube Shorts, people will find those little moments, those tweetables, those learnables, and instead of having to watch through a whole video and having an editor cut it at the exact time and whatnot, artificial intelligence and AI tools are really helping creators, and for that matter, business owners, anybody who has an interest in having editing capacities to do that. And so when One Click edited my video, I was not expecting that it would, in addition to cutting the video and creating these highlights in our platform are those like under very, very short clips, right? If you've got a 30-minute video and you One Click produces a highlight, essentially you're looking at bite-sized videos of 2 minutes or under. And anything above that would sort of be considered a chapter or a longer piece of content, but still shorter than the original video. It came up with a title for that segment a summary, a headline for that segment, a summary, and a transcript. At the time, it also came up with a full LinkedIn post, an Instagram post, a Twitter post, a blog post, a blog post. I was blown away, and threads. I was completely blown away by the fact that it didn't come up with one thread because if you can recall, Threads launched. I'm going to take a look at it and Google for my answer to my question. When did Threads launch? I believe it was sometime here when it was launched to compete with X, Twitter, which was former Twitter, now X. Things are changing so fast. This is how fast are rapidly changing in the world of social media. Hold on one second. It is insane. So it did that. I wasn't really expecting the output to be um, so intelligent and so thoughtful and so thorough. For those of you who are watching and who have been invited here, thank you for being here. For those of you who are stumbling upon this video or seeing it later and you're interested in AI, highly, highly recommend that you get interested and that you start to take advantage of the opportunities for artificial intelligence, for AI tools to help you in your business, to help you with your ideation, to help you with your graphic design, your artwork. I'm not here to necessarily talk about is AI for everyone, right? And the ethical use of AI and the rights of plagiarism, not necessarily plagiarism, copyright information or things of that nature. Of course, there are still things that are quite new in AI that we're learning about and regulation and things of that nature. For this conversation and for the tool that I want to share with you, it's really about taking the content that you're creating for yourself and being able to help you be much more efficient with your time and with your brain power. Okay. Because when we're working those long days and sometimes, we need those ideas. We need those new thoughts. We need sort of a lot of solopreneurs or entrepreneurs or solo creators may not work with a team. And so the team at One Click has created your content bestie. If you go to our Instagram account at One Click, one of our terms for our tool is that it is your content bestie. And I'm telling you, my One Click tool is my content bestie. It is more than a bestie. It's literally my work wife. I have my tool as female, so she's my work wife, my work sister. I don't have a real sister, so it's like my sister. It's incredible. Let me go ahead and share with you, present. I'll share my screen. No, actually, I'm going to share the One Click homepage so that you guys can see what I'm referring to and how you can get to that. So, share screen. We are going to go to One Click. Okay. So, if you want to follow along with me, you'll see here that One Click is the first AI assistant for pretty much any creator, a brand, an agency, a business, an influencer, anybody who is creating content, audio content, and video content currently is what we launched with. And every week, I will share with you that we are launching something new. It seems like daily, our our development team, is coming up with new ways to help serve our current customers. We are powered by AI, and I want you to meet your own AI content assistant. It is personalized, data-driven ideas and insights to grow your online presence, your digital presence. It is so important for you as a company to grow company influencer brand to grow your online business. All right, let me just make sure that I can. Here we go. There we go. All right, it's the first assistant of its kind. You're going to hear a lot of that terminology, okay, in terms of assistance. Let me see. Are you still seeing my page? Yes, you are. One Click assistant. So as I move down, The team at, and by the way, shout out to our founders, Tanika McLeod and Nathan McKnight, as well as Mano and Mike. They are members of our team who are currently in San Francisco at Google headquarters because our company was accepted proudly into one of the Google for Startup programs, and that is an incredible opportunity. There were only 10 companies chosen of all those that applied to be part of this incredible program. So not only is our company creating and has created this intelligent tool, we are now powered or backed by Google and getting their assistance right now in bringing to you the innovation in technology and really the advancements and learnings from the experts at Google. All right. Just keeping an eye out for somebody on the back end as well here. All right. So the future of content creation is here. Your own AI will help you move in the creative direction on social media. So, our assistant, which I will share with you in the demo when we actually start with the group that is going to be coming in. If you're here, say hello. If you are watching and if you have questions, please do pose your questions in on your underneath the comments of where you're watching this. With the capabilities of modern day technology, I am here in front of my camera and I happen to be live on Facebook, my Facebook page, two Facebook groups, my personal Facebook account. I'm also live on LinkedIn. I'm live on YouTube and I'm live on Twitter. So I'm live on about 8 different platforms. Hey, Gregory, nice to see you. See, I'm engaging with Gregory on Facebook while I'm on all of these other platforms. So if you are not leveraging or utilizing tools today to help you get your message in front of more people, let me just share that there's so many opportunities for you as creators, as business owners, to leverage the power of technology and the power of AI to help you grow your brand. Okay. So the what is this assistant about? It is your content co-pilot. 78% of your time saved with your own AI. Basically, your assistant will craft fresh ideas, will give you data-driven, video tailored advice of what you should be creating. Because if you are a creator or just starting off, you may not know like what should I talk about? What are the topics that are interesting to people in my niche? What are other experts doing that are in my niche? What is company A, B, C, D, E doing that are all offering similar services? Rather than you having to hire a team of people, and you still can, you can empower your team of people to utilize this tool to your benefit, or you can as a solo creator or a small business owner speak to your assistant and have your assistant provide you with amazing tools to be able to do your research and to come up with the content that you know you need to do, that you must do in order for you to attract the type of clients that you're looking for. As a result of using our tool, our customers have shared there has been a 300% increase in unique video topics. We've inspired thousands of creators and we've created literally thousands and thousands of videos, hundreds of blogs, hundreds of social media posts. So our assistants are working very, very hard. So here's if you're stuck, if any creator understands what are some of the challenges with being a creator. Number one, it is new ideas, right? It's also coming up with these headlines and coming up with these titles and how do I, captivate my audience? What's the right, combination of words to say? What are people typing into Google or YouTube in order for me to be found? And what should I be, creating content around? What is evergreen content? What is content that's timely? What is content that would not serve your audience, right? So these are all things that your assistant can help you with. Really, the founders of One Click came from an educational background and understood very early that, a lot of people cannot retain bulks and bulks of information. And that although learning their idea was that learning in bite size and learning what you need to learn, what you must learn, is important, and kind of pulling away all of the fluff, right? Most people, they want those tips, which is why when you read a book, and Cole's Notes created an entire business of this. Instead of reading the entire novel, which is probably a great read, and instead of reading the entire biography, what are some takeaways that you can take? What do I really need to know about this video, about this book, about this lecture, about this podcast? AI has the capacity, and our tool has the capacity to extract the things you really need to know, the hot buttons, the sound bites in media and production. When you get invited on television as an expert, the producers give you anywhere from a minute to 3 minutes when you're on morning news, when you're on evening news. They don't keep a guest. It's not podcast form. Media is like, give it to me fast, give me the goods, give me the top three things, and tell it to me straight. Do not give me fluff. All right. Get right to the point. That's how it is in media. And so when you see a guest, what do? They want you to paraphrase. They want you to come up with those sound bites. They want you to come up with that essential tip, so that tip is going to cause someone to take an action and make a difference, or it's going to, lift the rose-colored glasses, or just open up people's eyes a little bit wider. A lot of people have tunnel vision, or they've got something covering their eyes, or they've got just their perspective. What one click is able to do is able to broaden your perspective, also hone in on the things that really matter, and help you to create content that your audience is actually looking for, based on the comments and reactions to things that you've already posted, because one click assistant is analyzing that data. It's data driven recommendations, which is why it's so important. I wanted to communicate why that's so important. If you are here and if you are alive on any platform, just say your name, say hello. I see there's some people watching, so thank you for engaging, whether you are on LinkedIn, again, YouTube, or Twitter. I have to say X, whether you're on X or on the multiple Facebook pages. Thank you for being here. I'm really here to serve, and this training is being brought to you by Penelope, who met in Tulum, who has a community of entrepreneurs that are also interested in learning more about AI. If you're nervous about AI or you don't trust AI, all I have to say is this. Number one, I would knock it till you try it. Okay, if you are somebody that wants to save time, if you are somebody that would like to um, you know, I wouldn't even say compete. If you want to be on par even with your competitors, okay? Because really, there is such thing as competitive analysis, right? There are competitors in your field. Now, your competitors can also be your collaborators. In the matchmaking industry, for example, there's about 10 or 15, 10 Toronto matchmakers. I'm from Toronto, but there's about 10 Toronto matchmakers, and actually there's about 18 Toronto matchmakers that are in this one Facebook group, and it's like the Toronto area matchmakers. Technically speaking, are we all competitors? Could a person decide, I want to work with company A versus me versus that person? They're looking for the reason why should they choose you, right? The differentiator. And rather than us matchmakers, we all volunteer and to be in this group, because we all would rather learn from each other, and we'd rather share our resources, because at the end of the day, our clients win, at least in the matchmaking space, where they win. Now, if you're on the same road and you're a restaurant, one restaurant is serving, Chinese food. You're all serving food, but one restaurant is Chinese food, one restaurant's Italian, one restaurant's Indian. Well, guess what? Depending on the mood of that client, what are they hungry for? Do they want Indian tonight? Do they want Italian tonight? What are they hungry for, right? They're all restaurants on the same street, but each of these restaurants obviously will have unique things about them that will draw their clients into them, whether it's the type of food, whether it's the ambiance, whether it's the service, whether it's the price. People are wanting to go to these different establishments and venues for a particular reason. Now, how do people find out about the restaurants to begin with, right? How did they even get there? Well, like any business, they're going to have to market, right? And even restaurants today, a lot of services, beauty services, health services, they are using the power of video, short form video, long form video, to be able to show people the inside of their establishment, right? And interviewing their clients for testimonials. And so having to do all of that, if you're not getting with the program, you're going to be left behind. And that's just the sad truth about technology today. You're either, and there's a lot of people that say, well, I don't really want to be the face of my brand, right? I don't want to be the face of my brand. I have had in my career the immense pleasure of being able to be around some of the top, public figure speakers, multimillionaires, people who have built incredible business and brands and made a lot of income, built a tremendous amount of wealth and legacy from their brand. The brand meaning who they are, their voice, their tone, their message, the whole thing. You are whomever you are, whether you're an employee, a staff member, or whatnot. When you are working for a company, or you are your own company, at every point you are representing that brand, which is why there are agreements in place. There's employment agreements, there are working agreements, and there are human rights agreements, right? There's an agreement to, not everybody is kind to people, but we all have the right to human rights, and this is why we have people that protect those rights. I'm going down this line because if you are a creator or would like to be a creator, or if you're watching this because you're interested in learning how to leverage your brand and your message, part of magnifying your message, increasing your sales, and boosting your business on a budget. Okay, this was the whole title. If you were attracted here by the title, I'm going to get right into that. I'm waiting for the special guest to come in. Let me just check on that for a moment. Oops. She is in the wrong link. Okay, hold on a second. Invite, copy. Pardon me, guys. Short pause. Penelope is going to be coming right in. I don't know what link she's on. Let me just stop right here. She should be coming in. All right. We are going to be starting. I kind of did a 30-minute prelude, pre-intro. I'm just going to show her where I am. This is the other part of technology, which I love, is, back in the day, if you didn't attend a meeting, you wouldn't be able, you would just like not even text. Like, where am I talking about? How old am I dating myself? It's just incredible that while I'm here, I'm on like literally everywhere else. So hopefully Penelope will be joining us. Pardon me. Is this Lino from, hold on a second. Sorry about that. I'm not sure why she's having such an issue. Okay. Hey.
Hola.
Hi. Okay. I was just sharing with everybody. I'm like, she's coming. I don't know what's going on. But you're online. I love that. And I think I was always saying from the beginning, is it 8 p.m. where you are, or is it 6 p.m. Where are we at for time zone right now?
It's 7 p.m. for me right now.
It's 7 for
Yes,
you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's so confusing. Are we in the same? Because it's 7 p.m. It's sorry, it's 8 p.m. EST for me right now. How
It's
do we
not
both?
EST
How are we both in 8 p.m.? How are you in 7 p.m. EST and I'm in 8 p.m. EST?
because your EST changed to daylight Eastern time. Like it's not the same anymore. So technically, I'm still in EST. I googled it because I got so confused. I told you last time. I was like, "What the heck is this?" So when you do the daylight savings time, you actually stop being EST and you start being whatever it was that I texted you.
Yeah, but like everyone in
Eastern daylight
Toronto.
time.
No, I know, but everyone in Toronto operates like that. So if I say I'm going to come at 2 o'clock, I come at 2 o'clock our time. I can't follow your, like, that's the issue,
That's
right?
not me. That's the
Oh, no, I know
you know
that.
what
I
I
know
mean?
that. So listen, I hope if you can
I
do,
know, it's confusing.
I don't
I'm
know
super
who,
confused.
if it's possible for you to do your shout out to your folks if they're able to come now, because this is my 8 p.m. and I'm happy to
Is
stick
there anybody
around.
else here right now
Um
on this
yes,
call?
there's lots of people watching. Yeah, they're watching.
Oh.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
watching.
I've been promoting it 8 p.m. EST. So depending on how
Okay.
people Google that, wherever their time zone is, because there's people that I've promoted to from like all over the place.
Yes.
So there might not be a lot of people joining until like another hour from now, because for me it says it's 7, and
Do
it says
they
I'm
all
missing
have your
a
number?
two.
They all have your number though, right? Will they reach you directly if that's the case?
I think so.
Potentially? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Anyways, I'm
Penelope,
just gonna be quiet and you can do your
no,
thing with
no,
everything.
don't be quiet. First of all, I want to give you the floor. So please just introduce yourself. I've been shouting your praises this entire time, saying I'm early. We're gonna figure it out. The whole point is, we met in Tulum, and
Yeah.
I showed the tool to you. Like me, when I first saw it, I was blown away. And then
Yes.
we had an opportunity to share this with a group of your entrepreneurial friends who they were blown away. And so for those who are watching right now, I really just want to, give yourself an introduction and then I'll get right into, delivering on what we said we were going to do.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I can't see you, but I'm Penelope, and I'm based in Playa del Carmen. I'm a Canadian creative entrepreneur, brand strategist, graphic and interior designer, artist, a visual designer, 3D designer, event curator, promoter, affiliate marketing lover. I don't know. I just love all things branding and design. And I'm just like a creative slashy. So yeah, I was super excited to find out about this tool because I'm also super into tech and AI and crypto, and I always like to find like what's coming out next. And I've been doing a lot of research lately because I feel like got to embrace AI and use all of its amazing benefits to our advantage now and just be ahead of the curve. So really, we don't get lost in the dust, because I think it's either like you're gonna have to learn how to use what's coming out, or you're gonna get like destroyed by it because you don't know how to be the one who's using it. And the efficiency level is just so crazy of like the output that we can now accomplish as individuals and teams. So yeah, I was really excited about this one-click platform, and I thought like the quality was really high, and I just wanted to help spread the word about it. So here I am.
Yay, I love
Yeah.
that. Okay. And here I am because, like you, I do feel that if you are not, getting with the program in terms of being your brand, having more visibility, using your voice and your messaging, then I never think it's too late. As an entrepreneur, look, there's
Yeah, you can always jump
plenty of
in.
evidence that look at was it Kentucky KFC owner? I don't know his name, but like he started the chicken company at the age of 70. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of multimillionaires, and making millions doesn't necessarily translate to success. You can measure your own success. However, I think time, no matter what, universally is really our greatest and most precious commodity. And for myself, what I've discovered is that if I can find a time saving tool, a real life hack, a faster way to learn, a faster way to clean my house, a faster way to feed my kids, like, let's do
Yeah,
it. you know,
100%.
I mean, I can cook, but meal delivery service cooks for me and delivers it to my door. So, like, what's more valuable, my time or make it like sitting in front of a stove or eating a great meal and like using that time to do the things that are more productive than cooking? I'm still going to eat and I'm going to eat great food. So, that's my example.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. And we'll have to pick and choose like where we want to, save time or spend some time. And for me, like I know that I have so many ideas for videos and content, and I've been wanting to make all this content for so long. But I was like, honestly, it's such a huge load of work, and I don't want to be a slave to my own marketing or to my computer. And I do like to be outside and in nature a lot and just enjoying my life. So, yeah, when I saw this tool, I was like, okay, now is the time because I can actually just utilize AI to do all this, like I feel like I was like divinely, like stunting myself a little bit, because now I'm like, okay, now it's just so easy. Like I can usually just use this program and boom, I can bust it out. So it's exciting because I feel like I'll be able to do so much more, but still not have to give up the balance that I worked so hard to create after 15 years as an entrepreneur, of like, you know, finding
Absolutely.
a sweet spot of like work, work, work. But yeah, just
Yay!
the fact that I can edit like hours worth of video content in half an hour is insane. So
Yes. So I see that there are people watching. If there's anybody that would like to volunteer a piece of their content, if you have a YouTube channel and you have a YouTube video that you would like me to show you what one click can do with that video, or if you have an audio or a podcast or an MP3 or a link to a Google Drive of a piece of content that you would like us to, work with, I definitely would love you to put that in the comments. Okay. Gregory said hello earlier. Not sure if he's with us. I see some more people joining. If you are here and you have a piece of video content that you would like me, your video, don't be shy. Okay. And for starters, let me go ahead and start with a video that I have not yet processed myself. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Oh, hey, Gregory, do you have a YouTube channel or do you have a podcast? Is there a video that of yours that you would like me to utilize or to work with? I'm going to start while you look for a video, and it doesn't even have to be yours. If you would like to see the tool work with your favorite creator, with your favorite podcaster, with your most recent YouTube video that you watched, and you think you'd like to, you know, um, comment on it or see how the tool works, let me know. For right now, I'm going to go ahead to my own YouTube channel and show you what I would do because I have not yet done this particular video. Okay, so let me get my screen up so I can see what you guys are seeing. All right. So I am a creator on an app called Fireside. It is Mark Cuban's app. He created this. And what you'll see here is an interview between myself and
thousands and thousands
a
of
fellow love coach. Her name is Tracy. And this video here is an hour long. And the title of this video that I create on Fireside is How to Heal and Love Yourself After a Toxic Partnership. Okay. And look at this. I haven't even gone back to this. This video was published July 19th, 2022. This is before one click. You want to know why? Because look at my description. There's no description here. Okay. I didn't have one click to write the description. So what would I do? I did a shortcut. I wrote down how to heal and love yourself after a toxic partner, hosted by Carmelia Ray, be part of our show. That was probably even the blurb on a StreamYard, which goes to show that I didn't have time to write this bio. So, oh, I'm so excited. So let me take this link here. So if I wanted to share this, I'm going to share that link and I'm going to copy that. Okay. And now I'm going to go to the one click platform, which means I now have to share a different stop screen. I'm going to present a different screen. That's the thing with StreamYard is that you have to change links. Okay. So here is the behind the scenes look at one click. I obviously have an account. And when I log into one click, I have two choices. I can create, brainstorm ideas for my next video, or I can repurpose. So what am I going to do? I'm going to repurpose that video. So it gives me a couple of options. I can drag and drop a video from my desktop and upload the file, or I can paste that Google link, the YouTube link, the Vimeo link. So I'm going to paste that YouTube link here. Upload video. And Penelope, please, if you see comments from people, here we are. I'm here. Let me check. Hey everyone, there. That's your comment. Amazing. All right. And this is Gregory. He's here. He's gonna check on something for us. So right now, my assistant is literally sort of taking a look and is thinking, and it's gonna break down that video. But let me go ahead and share with you the projects that I've already done. So here's a project. Now, the example that I used for myself, I have already processed literally hundreds of videos. like, well, hundreds of videos, not just of my own, but I have processed a lot of my videos. And it took me to go back, a year ago. And that topic of how to heal and love yourself after a toxic partner is relevant today as it would be a year from now, 10 years from now. Like that's advice that you would want all the time. Okay. And so the good thing is I can go back to content that I've all without having to reinvest in new content. If I was happy with the content and I had a guest, I can go back to older content. If it is evergreen, that means it's universal. You can it would apply anytime. It's not like here's a Valentine's Day tip. Here's a St. Patrick's Day date idea, right? Like if it's just about regular advice that you're giving, I can utilize that. So in this I'll take my latest one, navigating intimacy. So this is an example of one of my videos, and this was actually just a short that my editor created. Now I'm not going to play it for you, except for you guys to see that it's 46 seconds long. And so what I did was I uploaded my 46-second short from my desktop. Okay, my editor edited it. He put it in a Google Drive. I downloaded it to my desktop and I uploaded it. Now, what will one click have the capacity to do? It has the capacity, okay, for every video output to create here's the title: Navigating Intimacy, the Energetic Lover's Guide. So I was doing some research and I discovered that there are 5 sexual blueprints. And as a dating coach, matchmaker, of course, physical compatibility, sexual compatibility, that is on people's lists. And so I wanted to talk about those. And in my long video, I talked about the 5 different sexual blueprints. One of them is energetic. And so right now, if you can see my screen here, you see all these green check marks. What one click literally did is it created a headline, a summary, a subtitle, a transcript, a LinkedIn post, an Instagram post, an X post, a TikTok post, multiple threads, a full post blog, show notes for a YouTube channel. And I'm so excited because when I get the show notes from that toxic relationship trait, I'm going to literally in real time take that copy and now update my show notes, which means that that video is now going to be like 10 times more discoverable because it's actually explaining what is in that video. And one click is using SEO within the copy and what I've said so that people can understand what is in that video. Okay. And bulleted notes. And you know what? Penelope, they just launched Spotlight. Now, it says I'm unable to fulfill this request. So it's a brand new thing. I can't wait to understand what Spotlight is. This is the power of technology. They keep releasing these new updates. So here's the headline: How to create a safe and energetic connection in your sexual relationship. There's a summary, okay? I'm always curious about what the LinkedIn post looks like. Understanding the energetic lover, building trust and connection in intimate relationships. Now, this is a bit of a personal topic, so I won't delve into it much, but all you can see here is there's bullet points: distraction-free connection, mental energy matters, building intimacy, and then it also includes the hashtags: intimate connections, energetic lovers, building trust. It's got a Instagram post with hashtags. It's got a X post.
Are all the hashtags different for each one?
They're different for each one. They're not like this one said energetic lovers, safe sex, trust and connection. This one said intimate connections, energetic lovers, building trust. And then let's see what the threads. There's multiple: safe space, energetic lover, mindful intimacy, distractions, vibe check, energetic connection, trust in love, safety first, mental connection, intimate energy, deep connection, energetic passion, trust in love. So there are some repetition, but my goodness, those are all great.
Is there anything you can tell us about how it generates the hashtags? Like for me, I'm always trying to think of hashtags that would actually attract people who are like searching those hashtags.
So once again, because of the power of AI and the fact that when I say this is done for you programming, Literally speaking, our AI prompt engineers and our experts have already programmed our intelligent assistant, and I'm not even going to call it algorithm. We have written the code for our artificial intelligence to search for the most relevant hashtags based on the content of the video, as well as the most popular hashtags for the subject matter. So it's not
Mhm.
just taking into consideration like okay, what's in this video? What is in this video as well? What would be the right hashtags? Like instead of you having to have done your research, you know what I would be doing right now, Penelope? My notebook would be open. I would
Yeah.
be, "Hey Paul, how are you? Thanks for tuning in." I would be taking a notepad and saying, energetic lover, hashtags. I would take each of those hashtags and I would just build it. And now I've got my carbon copy or a list of hashtag ideas based on the output of that. However, I don't even need to do that. I will show you where my our assistant will say, "Hey, I'm going to be. I would like some relevant hashtags that are discoverable by my audience. What are the best hashtags for the topic energetic lover?" And the assistant's going to do that. This is just there are so many different ways. When we talked about how do you magnify your message? Well, part of magnifying your message is having the right hashtags to be discoverable. That's one tool. Uh,
Mhm.
Appropriate hashtags are also what people look for. How else are you going to magnify your message? Well, guess what? If I were afraid before of, oh my God, I need to be omnipresent and I gotta have different messaging for Instagram and Facebook and this and that. Well, how long did it take? I'm gonna actually put my, you know what? Just for argument's sake, because I really am just so impressed with this tool, I'm going to put my stopwatch on. Okay. Let me just put my clock on for the next video that the next video that I do. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Gregory's like, wow. Okay. You're not even,
Mhm.
we're not even done the wow factor here. So let's go to, here we go. The next part. Remember, this is a 46-second video. However, if you were actually to listen to my video, I'm literally because I am, an expert in the field of dating and relationships, I am really honing in on that one topic, by the way. So let's see this again in action. Actually, you know what? Let me go and see if that project loaded for Fireside. It doesn't look okay, it's still working on that because that video is actually an hour long. Let me go to oh, here we are. Exploring this is the long form video. This is really cool. I This video is 10 minutes, okay? Exploring the 5 erotic blueprints enhance your intimacy. Let me go to this one
These are
says,
really interesting sounding videos. I want to watch them all.
right? This one says exploring the sensual erotic blueprint. Engage all 5 senses. Ooh, this is hot. So let me do that. So by the way, I didn't come up with this title. I did not come up with exploring the sensual erotic blueprint, and I did not come up with this segmentation. This is 2 minutes and 16 seconds long. So I have an editor now because this editor already cut that clip. I didn't. And by the way, let me show you how to edit this clip. Now, because this clip is already edited for TikTok, like I just had to pick the aspect ratio, which is 9:16. Okay. Um,
Mhm.
and now let me turn the captions on so you can actually see. And let me go with this font style. All right. And I'm not going to play this video, but you can't hear the audio anyway. But essentially, now I picked my font. I changed it to the 9:16 so that it will export as a TikTok or a reel or a
Design.
story. I'm sorry.
I have a design question. Are you able to upload a font? Like if you have a brand font, can you upload
My
your
best
font into this?
my best advice to you would be to download the clip you want. Okay. I right now we cannot. However, I don't know if it's going to be here a week from now. The beauty about our users and where we're at in our journey as a startup is that whatever our customers want, it'll be on the roadmap. Oh, You want,
Mhm.
instead of you want fries with that, oh, you want lobster poutine with gravy? Yeah, coming right up in 4 months. Like, we'll change the friggin' menu, okay? That's the beauty about this is what I've seen because
Yeah.
the founders are literally creating a product that you, the user, the customer will use. This is made for creators. This is made for efficiency. So now I'm gonna export this clip. Yes, I want to export the clip. And let me just go back to the copy so that um here we are, exploring the sensual things. All right. For the sake of argument here, I'm gonna start my clock. Give me a headline, a summary, a transcript, LinkedIn post, Instagram post, X post, TikTok. By the way, all of these are unique. They are not carbon copy. As noted before, they all have relevant hashtags. They've all been programmed exactly to be written in the optimal format for that particular platform. So LinkedIn has a format, Instagram has a format, so does X. And it's also honoring the character count of that platform, including the best strategy to be found, noticeable, and it's clean. I mean, it's pretty. Everything is tied up in a bow. You have your appetizer, you have your meal, you have your dessert, and you have your coffee and tea and mint at the end. Like, it's everything that you can think of. All right, let's go through this. Unlocking the sensual lover within, a recipe for mind blowing, body blowing intimacy. Are we ready for this, guys? I mean, I don't know. Is this too much? Is this a little too much? Let's go to the title again. So let's go to a blog. Okay. Unlock the secrets of the sensual love blueprint, enriching connection through the five senses. Let's just look at some of the headlines within the body of this blog. Tasting, touching, seeing, hearing, smelling, the building blocks of sensuality. Touch, more than just skin deep. Taste, a banquet of desire. Sight, the gaze that whispers secrets. Sound, the symphony of connection. Oh my god, did I say that? Did I write this? Because I obviously said something that created this output. Smell, the essence of attraction. Wow, how good is this? This is like, I work in film, TV, and media. Like, if I was a producer and that was in my headline, smell the essence of attraction, I would want to open that. This is the thing is, one click creates clickable, compelling, like scroll stopping titles and headlines and hashtags that I like as a creator for many, many years and as a person who's worked in media and film and still do. The copy is great. I mean, I take it for yourself. You should try this on your own content. Craft your symphony, beyond the blueprint, adopting a sensory lifestyle, why a sensual approach matters, and it's more. Okay. Oh, by the way, I didn't press stop. I literally created this output in under 4 seconds. Okay, guys. Like, when I tell you that it's going to save you time and that the output and quality of this content is beyond beyond compared to other AI tools. I'm not going to name them out here, okay? But there are other video editing platforms that do produce some AI captions and AI titles. They do not produce a blog, a newsletter, show notes, bulleted notes, spotlight, 7 threads. Like, let's take a look at the threads here. And each of these threads, by the way, Penelope, I know that you are a brand builder and you are a graphic designer, and I just did this for one of my clients, but I
Mhm.
took every single one of the threads and I created an Instagram carousel and like a week's worth. It's 7 days of thread, a week's worth of Instagram posts based on the thread output with the hashtag and a unique photo or video attached to that. And I did that in under half an hour. Like, it was insane. So, a sensual lover thrives on touch, taste, sound, sight, and scent. It's all about stimulating the five senses for an intense experience. Sexual connection, five senses. Let's take a look at the hashtags here. Sensual touch, intimacy. Sensual play, erotic cinema. Sensual ambiance, passionate play. Edible delights, sensual exploration. Sensual art, desire. And can you see how each of those hashtags play to the five different senses? So it's unique, it's relevant, it rings off the tongue, it's got an excellent flow, it's artsy, it's been programmed, and it's SEO friendly. This is the kind of output that you're going to get with one click. Let's see if there's anybody else that has a question or if you are participating. If you are here and you would like to volunteer your content as a potential, I guess, a potential example, let me know. So I'm going to continue, but let's just sit and have a conversation, Penelope. What do you think of that so far? And you being somebody that manages people's brands, if you if you had access to this tool, now you do. Before you had access to this tool, what were the things that you had to do on your own, and how much time would that have taken you?
Yeah, there's a lot of like planning, obviously, before you do the content that you're making. So I think that part's still very relevant because you do need to come up with some sort of like outline of what you're going to be talking about and what needs to be in the actual video before it gets edited in here. But I love that you can use this tool to do like the research, and I love that you can data scrape other people's videos and it will give you all of the ideas for the content and make a plan for you and scrape all the questions and give you the top questions so you know that that's the most relevant topics to talk about to get the most engagement and views and people like getting answers that they're looking for and positioning yourself as the expert. So I just think that part's so powerful, and you can do all of these things like in different AIs separately, but I love that it's all here in one place. Especially like it just makes it so much easier, and the writing and the output seems a lot better than just like when you try to squeeze things out of ChatGPT. You really need to kind of like input a lot first and give it a lot of information and get the prompts right. And I'm
Yes,
sure that there's a bit of an art to prompting in here as well, but it just seems already so much just more fluid and fast, especially because
yes,
it's listening to the tone of your own voice and the way that you explain things and the way your cadence is and stuff like that. So the outputs seem a little bit more personalized already. Where in ChatGPT, you need to really coach it for the tone and the voice. It's possible, but I think this place is just faster. Like this literally
yes.
speeds it
Well,
up even more quickly than using separate AIs and bring them together. Like I would have to use like the captions app to put the captions on, and then like do the chat GPT to kind of come up with like the headline and the copy content and go by a proven sales and marketing formula to make it engaging and think of the call to action and like yeah, I think that this just really speeds it all up like even more, which is
yes.
crazy.
Yeah, definitely a time saver. Absolutely. So let me go now. I'm really excited because I'm going to go to that video that I had asked it to splice. And if you see here, healing and loving yourself, it was an hour video. I have 20 clips because I know this tool very well. Guess what I know I already have before I even click it? Number one, I've got a YouTube description now, so I can go ahead and edit my video description in real time. I probably have a better title, a better SEO optimized title for sure. Now I also have clips of this really cool conversation I had with Tracy, who's an epic coach, and she's been through toxic relationships. So I love her story. I wouldn't have had her as a guest if I didn't. And guess what else I get to do? I get to share of those 20 blogs. Do you think Tracy would appreciate as a friend, as a collaborator, if I gave her at 5 of those blogs to save her time and to give her an opportunity to share the collaborative work that we did together? I mean, these are some of the things that you now have as an app. Now you have more content that you can utilize. I could either have 20 weeks, I can have 20 blog posts, or I can have 15 and give her 5, right? I could actually offer one of my blogs to a contributing site because the content's really good. So if who would want to hear about toxic relationships? Would it be Huffington Post? Could I pitch that to a magazine? Could I pitch that to a women's group? Could I, like, again, content that is great content and written from an expert? I'm considered an expert. People want that content. They will pay for that content. Literally, I can monetize the blogs that I had written, and I can offer them and pitch them for me to get on media segments, or for myself to get on television, or for myself to be published in platforms that I haven't been on already. Okay, so backlinking to your site, these are also all amazing tools and things that you can do with the quality of the output. All right, let me go to it now. Here we go.
Another cool
You'll
thing is that
uh-huh.
like people are on social media just scrolling by. So it is important to show up repeatedly with the same message, you know. And I have a couple of my clients are like, well, I'm running out of ideas for what to talk about because I've already talked about X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, well, just repost it because you already made the content. You don't need to work that hard. Like, people need to rehear what you had to say. And with this, it can take a video that's all about one topic and break it down into like 10 videos of little clips, of little teasers that then, you know, direct people and drive traffic to the full video. And I think that's just so powerful because it's really just giving you like so many sprinkles that you need in marketing. You know, like you need, they say like up to 12 touch points before people actually decide to like work with you, or they've built a trust, or they've seen you consistently and they're like, okay, this person's really about their business, they really know what they're talking about. Every time I hear them talk, even if it's just for 30 seconds, they drop some good info, right? So I think that's really exciting for anyone who is like a personal brand or marketing their services and really needs that personal connection to be built, and the trust to be built, and the brand affinity to be established.
Yeah, I love it. I'm Again, let's take a look at my title was How to Heal and Love Yourself After a Toxic Partnership. Let's see what One Click recommended. Embrace the power of self-love, healing and thriving after toxic relationships. I like that. It's certainly a little better than what I came up with. Let me think of another title because there's a button here that says regenerate. So, you know what? Give me another idea for that. And what I loved about it is the AI went through an hour-long video and then came up. It's like reverse engineering. Watch the entire video, scrape the entire thing, and then came up with the best, most relevant, captivating title for that segment. Okay, so you've got to think about those things. It's not a regular title. It's an optimized title. It's a compelling title. It knows your audience. My One Click is plugged direct. I plug directly to my YouTube channel. So when it's giving me recommendations and when it's coming up with this copy, because Penelope, you asked earlier, how does it know? Because my YouTube channel is plugged into this tool. In a couple of weeks, my Instagram, everybody who's a One Click client will have their Instagram analyzed. It's going to get even better at generating the appropriate topics for the people and their audience. Okay. So here
Mm,
it is.
amazing.
Just discover the power of self love. Let me look at the show notes because I had nothing in my description. Wow. Look at what I get to replace it with. Join love coach Tracy LaFleur and celebrity matchmaker Carmelia Ray as they dive into the topic of healing and loving oneself after a toxic partnership. Sharing their own experiences and journeys, Tracy and Carmelia provide valuable insights and tips for healing and self love. They emphasize the importance of not expecting closure, taking accountability without blaming oneself, surrounding oneself with positive people, and practicing self care. Discover how to break free from toxic cycles, release shame, and embrace self love in this empowering exercise. So let me show you in real time if I wanted to, if like, can you manipulate this? Yes, of course. I can segment that. Okay, I want to take a segment there. Here's the call to action, discover how to break free. Here's the takeaways. Closure comes from within. So don't expect closure from a toxic partner. Take accountability for your actions. Surround yourself with positive people. Practice self-care. Release shame and forgive yourself. Then it's got a segment for resources mentioned. Oftentimes in podcasts, especially if you are somebody that's an expert, you're gonna link to a white paper, a stat, another person's podcast. So here's resources mentioned: journaling, a therapeutic practice for reflection, meditation and mantras, community and support, self care. So you can actually reference anything that you've mentioned that requires not an anecdote, a quote, a tip, a book that was referenced. This is where you can put your affiliate links if you are doing like I just did an unboxing for Amazon because I just opened an Amazon influencer store for production stuff. And so now I can put my links in there. Call to action. Now I'm not going to say call to action, so I'm going to delete that, but it's telling me this is the call to action that we've created for your audience. Embrace your own healing journey, commit to self love, seek closure with yourself, surround yourself with positive influences, and practice self care regularly to create a healthier, more fulfilling life. Remember, you're deserving of love and happiness. Contact info. So I can put my email. If I don't want to put my Twitter, this is where I would put my Instagram handle, my all of those things. Hosted by Tracy LaFleur, Carmelia Ray, and produced by myself. So now I get to fill in all those blanks. My goodness, I get to copy this right after we're done here, okay? Or maybe when you're speaking, I'm going to just go ahead, quickly put that. I'm going to change the title. Title's better than my title. And I'm going to add the summary because it's a lot more than what I had put down. By the way, I can also include the full transcript. And guess what? Guess what Google's doing? Guess what YouTube's doing? YouTube is going to take all of that content and now it might push me up in searchability because I've got all this juicy stuff. If anybody wants to survive a toxic partner or what's the headline? The power of self-love, healing after toxic relationships. Oh my goodness, that's an SEO key phrase: healing after toxic relationships. What do you think people are? How do I heal from a toxic relationship? Boom, my video could come up, right? So let's see, bulleted notes. This is just bullet form. So let's just say that you wanted to give these bullet notes to your guest. Hey guys, or you want to give this bullet notes to a writer, or you want to give this bullet points to a journalist, or whoever you wanted to give these bullet points to. But now it's like, hey, I didn't get to watch your entire podcast. No problem. I'll give you the bulleted notes of the hour-long video that we just did. You'll get what you need out of it. Like, hello, bite-sized learning. You didn't have to go through an hour video, but you got the best parts of what you needed to learn in that video. Okay, so there's just multiple examples here. Navigating emotional abuse, finding closure. Again, this works well I was hoping that people would share their YouTube channels because a lot of my content is heavily focused towards dating and relationships, as well as AI. But it will work if you are a chef, if you run a beauty business, if you are an accountant, if you are a finance manager, if you have a video on YouTube where you are explaining, describing, sharing something, it will work in multiple industries and it will work in the exact same way. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so if you have a lot of content where you're not speaking, will it work to describe what's happening in the video, or do you need to be speaking to the video?
That's a great question. The AI is based on what is said and what is spoken. Okay. Very soon it will also be able to segment what is written. Okay. And very soon we are going to have the opportunity to analyze your YouTube thumbnails to say, hey, do this as a thumbnail, or this thumbnail isn't working, or try this as a thumbnail. The things that it is doing is insane. Now, if you have, and this has come up, and I love that you asked this question, if you're somebody that has more visual, like let's say you're a renovation person and you time lapsed yourself tearing down a room, putting up the wallpaper, and it's all time lapsed. What I would do is I would run that video through a voice a voice app, and then you would just record a voiceover on that video, and now you've got a voiceover on the video. Sorry?
Yeah, you could do that in Instagram Reels.
Exactly.
Like, you can make
Instagram Reels for sure.
Edit it. Yeah, for short stuff. Yeah.
Actually, our content manager for One Click is here watching, and that's Michaela. Maybe Michaela would recommend CapCut. I know she uses that. I know that there are other advanced creators that will use Adobe Premiere Pro or iMovie, or I happen to use Filmora. My editor uses a number. I think he uses Adobe. But you can even find, for those of you who are just new to content creation and thinking, wow, this is all like really intimidating, I don't know what to do. Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com is a list of freelance people that you can hire. It's so funny, Penelope, the other day, I was like, it was saying you can hire them for a blogger, right? Like, or to blog or to create SEO content. I'm like, I wouldn't need that right now. You know what I'm saying? Because It's literally if you can hold a camera in front of your face or record your advice into your iPhone, your smartphone. I don't care if it's a tape cassette. Like as long as it can be put into a drive, a Google Drive
Mm.
or a YouTube link, you have the opportunity to have all of these amazing outputs. So let's move on now. I think that I've given plenty of examples. I just want to give a couple of show you the assistant side. Have you been playing around with the assistant and tell me what you think so far? I'm not sure if you have had a chance to do that or not.
You know what? I haven't had a lot of time because I had some big events I was working on this weekend. So this week coming is my week to really just
Amalia, what
start
should we do today?
getting deep into it.
Got it. Sorry that my AI was interrupting you mid sentence. She's asking me like, "What should we do today?" So, when you go back to the homepage of One Click and it says, "Do I want to?" I went to repurpose, so I was going through all these. Let's see the like what it can do with video. However, the real goodies, the real power behind the entire thing is the assistant itself. So let's
Mm.
create some
Hey,
ideas.
Carmelia, what should we do today?
So I had a new chat earlier. Let me run you guys through that. Again, this is my chat that is working for my content that is literally my assistant and content bestie as promised. So here was my topic this morning. Can you recommend a new YouTube video title providing dating advice for men who like my content? Great idea. Here are some catchy titles to captivate your audience. Remember, a One Click knows my audience. Recommended titles: Secrets to Dating Success for the Busy Entrepreneur, How Elite Business Minds Approach Dating Differently, Landing a Dream Date, A Celebrity's Guide to Love. Now it's saying, let's try some controversial titles. Why Most Successful Men Fail at Love, The Brutal Truth. Rich, Single, Unhappy, The Dating Paradox of the Elite. Dating Disasters When Influencers Look for Love. What do you think of these? My response: I like controversial title number 2. Can you propose an outline for an 8-minute video? Now, 8 minutes is my YouTube coach's sweet spot, and said after, like, if you can get your YouTube video to 8 minutes, now you can start to position your ads strategically within your YouTube channel. So these are again higher level, sort of advanced content creators tips. However, what's more important here is I said to it very specifically, I like title number 2. Give me an outline for 8-minute video. Okay. That's cool. You picked a really engaging title. Here's a quick breakdown of what an outline could look like. Video brief. It gives me a brief, the target audience, the silent tone of voice, the goal or purpose. Key messages. Success in business doesn't necessarily translate to success in love. Common dating pitfalls for the successful and how to avoid them. Practical advice for maintaining genuine connections. Desired length 8 minutes. Now, it even gave me a hook. Think your 7-figure salary guarantees a happy love life? Think again. You want to know what's my next video? That. Why do most coveted singles struggle to find true love? The answers might surprise you. Money, fame, influence, yet inexplicably single. Let's unravel the paradox. Literally, this is my producer right here. It gave me a script. Oh my God. Then I said, hey, what do you think about this outline? Anything you'd like to add? Love this hook. What tips do you have for me and what's important to include? What would you have any data that could be helpful? And then I said, can you be gender specific? If I were to invite a wealthy single guest to add to this video, what are some questions I could ask a female guest and a male guest? So I've been having this, basic social media brainstorming session with like some advanced social media manager, which is my content bestie. Great idea. Bringing guests can really bring diversity and insights. Here's some thought provoking questions for a female and for a male. And by the way, I've interviewed a lot of people and I already have a really great idea of where I want to go in my conversations. However, the questions I will say to you are on point. If I did not know what to say or how to say it, or what direction to go, right now I have all the clarity I need, which is really giving me the confidence to make a video. And I'm excited to make this video because the hooks are amazing and it's speaking to my audience. And I know I'm going to be creating content that they're asking for. So this is the power of this tool, which is really just icing on the cake. I Penelope, do you want to share with people how they can get access to this tool through you?
Yeah, I can post my link right here. And you guys
Okay.
can sign up for a 50% off discount, which is pretty
Well,
sweet.
more importantly, you can try it. Try it for 7 days. Like before, listen, put it in
Yeah.
your cart, take it home, try it on, give it a spin, use the tips, use it on your content. And most people do not want to give it back. Let's just put it that way. They just battery life ran out. Recharge. We need to
Yeah.
recharge.
I think this tool is also like, I was just made a little Instagram video before just to promote this live demo. And I was saying, like a lot of people aspire to do this and they want to be content creators, but there is such a big barrier to getting into it because you do need to be consistent. You do need to be professional. If you want to monetize your account and actually get that passive income for the work that you lay in the groundwork, right? The beginning stuff, it's hard, and it is like a mindset shift, right? And I feel like this tool, like once you put your card in there and you're like, okay, I'm paying for this and I'm going to be getting exceptional value if I actually use it. I think that is really exciting because it's just giving me that little like fire under my booty, like, like let's go,
Yes.
let's get it, let's pump out this content. I really have literally no excuse left anymore. Like, I really don't, besides my phone being almost always full. But there's ways around it. I just have to make little bits of content at a time and send it to my iPad until I upgrade.
Yeah, and Penelope,
But yeah, it's like no more excuses. Why am I holding
sure.
myself back?
The other great thing about that, as you do not have to even have a channel started. You could literally get ideas from
Yeah,
people in your space. Like
yeah,
the excuse, well, I don't have a YouTube, I don't have a podcast. Do you have people that you follow? Do you have someone you aspire to? Do you have I would you like to have some of those ideas? Because to your
yeah,
point, Penelope, it's like you said, like I don't have an excuse because I have the tool that's gonna, hey Penelope, here's what you should like uh, do content over based on creator here that's already kicking butt and serving a
yeah.
lot of people,
And
right?
there might be people who also don't want to show up with their face online, but you don't even have to show up with your face because you could literally just talk into your voice note, make the transcript here. It gives you everything, and then you can create visuals in other AIs. Now you can literally just have like all these visuals that just go off what you wrote or what you said, right? So I feel like between that and this is like really powerful too. Like there's no excuse for you, even if you want to be a faceless account, this is still a tool that you can use.
Yeah, and speaking of that faceless account, what's really great because you can ask the assistant once you, let's say that this is a real time example, you have a topic idea, like one click basically shared with me, my assistant said do that topic, let me go to what it said. um
Oh, it says my comment failed to post for some reason.
yeah, I'm not sure. It
The
says,
comment failed to post to, and then it says your name.
hold on a second, let me,
Amelia.
do you want to give send me your link in the private chat and I'll see if I can post it for you. But what we can do, because I know where it is posting, is I will post your link underneath in the comment section of every platform. Here we go. Penelope. So this is Penelope's link for you guys to use. Get one click in to use for your content today. Okay, so I'm going to post that here. Paste. Okay. There we go. All right. We are sharing that link. All right. Where was I going after that? Was I oh yeah. No, I was saying that you were talking about faceless content.
Yeah.
Basically, it told me, okay, if I ran my content through a competitor or somebody like I knew, okay, that I look up to for dating advice. I'll give one dating coach that everybody kind of knows. It's Matthew Hussey, right? I love Matthew Hussey, or even Eric Thomas. Eric Thomas does a lot of motivational stuff, or it could even be Mel Robbins talks about relationships. I could just like break down one of Mel Robbins' videos and say, hey, if I really like Mel Robbins' video about this topic, can you help me craft a similar video and create an outline that would attract a similar audience? It doesn't have to be the exact same thing, and then it would. And so if it says, okay, I'm going to talk about that title. Oh, you think your 7 figures guarantees you true love? Well, think again. Guys, you know what? You can't buy love. I don't care the fancy car. If you got a shitty attitude, it's not happening. Like whatever it is, right? So
True.
I do that. Boom, I got my audio link. Now I can put the I'm like looking at my phone. I can upload it into one click. I know that I'm going to get at least a blog, probably two. I'm going to get at least a newsletter. What do you need to start with? I mean, I'm going to get all these social media posts. And instead of using my face, I'll use a cute couple's photo. I'll use a heart. I'll use vectors. I'll use pink background with whatever it is. I mean, if you have a Canva account, you basically can do anything. And by the way, Canva uses AI. There is Canva uses AI. They have AI integrations everywhere. Even Canva is like we they're already epic, but they're utilizing it. You can see that AI is here to stay. And this
Yeah.
entire conversation was about how to do that on a budget. You know what the budget is? The tool that I'm talking about that does all this and then some is less than the price of what it would cost to edit one video. Okay. It's 49 a month, 99 a month, or 199 a month for the like Cadillac. You're getting like, how do I compare it? I'm a bad car person, but like you're getting Rolls Royce, Bentley, and you're starting with Ferrari. Okay. Even at the light level, it's like a Tesla. Okay. If you're not a Tesla lover, then think of your favorite car. You are getting this much power in each of them. It's kind of like, oh, I know. R2D2. There's another robot. I think it's E, and then you're getting Jarvis. Because really, Jarvis, our AI is the Jarvis for social media, and R2D2 is like light. So pick your robot and pick your plan. It is so affordable. It is like I don't know anybody. I would say that you would be losing money or losing opportunity. You may not be losing revenue, but you will absolutely increase more time that you have, double, triple, or quadruple your output, increase your sales. Because guess what? People who say I'm not a salesperson, you don't have to be. The tool is already programmed to engage with your audience, to have a call to action written in your voice. And people are like, wow, I could have never said it better than that. And that is over and over again. And I am a daily user. I'm addicted to this app, this tool. I use it every day. And why do I use it? To help my clients and their message, and it's fantastic. So
Yeah, and I think one thing that a lot of people struggle with also that this helps with is selling, because
yeah,
it can feel icky to ask for the sale or ask people to hire you, or at like, ew, I need money. Ew, I don't want to ask for it. It feels like I'm begging, even though you're giving value through your amazing work, right? But
yeah,
for me, I've always been more of a person who just wants to show and not like push and not really like do the hard selling stuff. I'm more of like this, just here I am, and here's what I did, and if you like it, you'll be attracted and you'll ask me about it. And I know I need to work on selling myself a bit more, because like that's how you do really grow, and there's nothing wrong with asking for the sale. So I love that this creates that call to action and everything for you. But I think it also just helps you really just show up. And like I do teach my clients, like brand affinity is so important. Like you don't really need to push so hard for people to buy, because you can come across desperate. But if you're just showing up and you're explaining things and you're sharing value and you're sharing tips or education or experiences or testimonials or just your story of how you came to be and what you're doing and stuff like that, that counts so much for people to get to know you as like your brand, right? And build that brand affinity. And when people think of you, they're going to think like, oh, that girl who's always talking about design and branding and art, or she's always talking about these cool events or sharing about cool like life and culture experiences, right? And so I'm excited to be able to share more without having to think too hard about like selling. And then like I know it's just naturally going to happen because people are going to appreciate what I'm putting out there because it is going to be valuable, and I don't have to like struggle so much with like getting past those little barriers in your mind, right? Like sometimes you have limiting beliefs that hold you back and you're like, oh, like it's going to be hard, or it's like, oh, you know, just whatever it is. And this, I like, it just breaks down all these little barriers for people. So I love that.
Yeah, I love it too. And guys, ladies, gentlemen, if you, by the way, if you are just tuning in to this later, don't worry. The entire talk training that we just did, I'm like out of words, is recorded. And by the way, Penelope, you can post this training. I'll send you the Facebook one, YouTube. You pick your platform.
Yeah.
It's all the same, and so you won't miss out on anything. I do. If you follow my account or the One Click account, we are posting when we are doing the trainings because it is a lot, but it really it's really not rocket science. If you can copy and paste a video to the platform, you're going to have all of the outputs that we just described. So, is there anything else left that you would want to share with anybody before we sign off?
I just think it's worth checking it out. So sign up and take advantage of the fact that there's a 50% discount right now, because I know when startups start up, they're always giving a lot of value and they have affiliate deals and discounts.
Oh, yeah.
And then they get big and they stop offering that because they don't need it anymore. So I think that's what I'm also excited about. This is like the beginning, you know? And like I said, I've done a lot of research on other AI tools and what is like out there video editing wise and all this stuff. And this one was just like, all right, that's a no-brainer.
I love that. Okay, give me what I have to sign off now. This is actually Nathan Knight, the co-founder of One Click in California. Hey, Nathan. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay, let me take care of that right now. Okay, I wasn't aware. 100%. Okay, will do. Okay. Okay, bye. Oh my God. They're at Google right now, and they're just saying they wish they could have joined this meeting. But Tanika, Nathan, our head of our head of marketing, and our head of strategy, they're all at Google headquarters celebrating the fact that, we are part of something really great with them, and we're going to be learning and growing all along. So thanks everyone for watching. You can watch this video again and reach out to Penelope if you are part of her community. She can share that link. For those of you who are here from my community, you know how to reach me. Thank you for my invitation for coming in. Spread the word, and more importantly, use the tool. And I can't wait to see what you create with One Click.
Yes.
All right, guys. Bye.